Today we are going to distribute in an equation. Make sure you have these handouts in front of you. Make sure your name and date are at the top because you're going to need to show us your notes when you get done. The distributive property, you guys already know what that is. It applies to equations just like it did to expressions. Oops, expressions. So if you remember, this means I have 4 sets of everything in the parentheses. So I need to multiply 4 times the first term and 4 times the second term. 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times 9 is 36. And I get a plus sign in between. Make sure you have that written down. I'm going to pause it for a minute. Liana is going to try the second one. So Liana, tell us what to do.
Negative 3 times positive 7 is negative 21.
Good.
Plus, because a negative times a negative is a positive, and negative 3 times 4x would be 12x.
Beautiful. Tell me why you got positive 12x there.
Because negative times negative is positive.
Beautiful. Make sure you have this. I'm going to pause it. Now Jake's going to work on this, the third one for us. Go ahead, Jake.
So you have to do is 1.5 times negative 4x, which would equal negative 6.
Good.
And then a positive 1.5 times a negative 6 is a negative. Because a positive times a negative is a negative.
Good.
So that would equal negative 9.
Beautiful. Very nice job. I'm going to pause it. Make sure you have this written down. Okay, make sure you're down here at the bottom with us. Now, what we're going to do is distribute and then solve our 2-step equation. So it kind of just adds an extra step. This is kind of a 3-step equation, if you will. I'm going to do the first one, then Liana will do number 2, and Jake will do number 3. I'm going to distribute just like we did in the last problem, and I put my arrows in just to remind me what I'm multiplying. 4 times 5x is 20x. 4 times 6 is 24. They're both positive, so I write plus. This equals 12. Now I simply have a 2-step equation. So all I need to do is say, oh, I see addition here. I'm going to subtract 24 here and subtract 24 here. Okay. The reason I subtract is because it's the inverse operation of addition. 24 minus 24 leaves me with nothing, but I have 20x left here. On the other side, I have 12 minus 24, which is negative 12. Now, 20 and x, remember 20x means multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. X equals, now if I were to simplify this on my calculator, I'd probably get negative 6/10 or negative 3/5. Now I have to do my check. The first step of a check is to rewrite the original problem. And I'm going to substitute my fraction in. So I have 5 times negative 3/5 plus 6 equals 12. The beauty of this problem is the 5's cancel out. So I have 4 times negative 3 plus 6, which equals 12. 4 times negative 3 plus 6, which is positive 3, is 12. And yes, 4 times 3 is 12, and 12 equals 12. I hope you can see that. Take a second, make sure you have all of that work written down. I'm going to pause it. Liana is going to take the first step and distribute for us in number 2. Go ahead, Liana.
6 times x is 6x minus 30.
Good.
Because 6 times 5 is 30 equals 18.
Very good. Now, before we back up, Liana wasn't sure if she could do this yet because she's not sure how to do 2 steps. But do you see any addition or subtraction? Okay. What's the opposite of subtraction?
Addition.
So what are we going to add to both sides? What's being
6.
subtracted? 30. So what do we need to add?
30.
Good. And whatever I do to the left, I have to do to the right. Beautiful. What's left on the left side of the equation?
6x.
Beautiful.
And then 30.
Don't forget your equal sign.
Oh yeah.
18 plus 38, or 30 is
48.
48. Yep.
Okay, 48.
Now we have a one-step equation. Do you know how to solve the rest? What operation is this? Is it addition?
Oh yeah, addition.
Is it? 6 and x. 6 right next to
Multiplication.
x is multiplication. What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. So Liana's going to divide both sides by what number? What's being multiplied? 6. So you're going to divide both sides by 6. And what would we get for an answer, Liana?
And you get x equals 8.
Okay, now tell me, go back to that again. What crosses out? What cancels out? Is it the x that cancels out or the 2 6s?
The 2 6s.
Beautiful. Excellent. Okay, go to the triangle and we're going to press pause. Make sure you have this. Okay, so we already found out that x equaled what up here? Do you remember?
X equals, I think, 8.
8.
Oh yeah, 8.
Right?
8.
So I copied the whole problem as it was originally. And I substitute 8 in for x, because that's the solution for x in this problem. 6 times 8 minus 5 is 3. And 18 equals 18. Awesome job. Jake's coming up next. Okay, here's Jake. He's going to walk us through number 3.
So negative 3 times 2x equals negative 6x.
Beautiful.
And then a negative times a negative is a positive.
Beautiful.
And negative 3 times 4 is 12.
Okay, 3 times 4 is 12. You already took care of the negatives. Good.
And that equals 18.
Can you do me a favor? Do we have the parentheses there anymore? Nope. So can you rewrite it? It's okay. You're going to rewrite it right here without parentheses and make sure that 18 fits in the box. Beautiful. Now, any thoughts on what we could do to solve this problem? Subtract
12.
Beautiful, Jake. So Jake's going to subtract 12 on each side because you take care of addition and subtraction first. Nice. Now what do we do? Now how did you know to divide, Jake?
Because it's multiplication.
It's multiplication, so we do the opposite. And whatever we do to the left side, we have to do to the right. What's 6 divided by negative 6? No, anything divided by itself is 1, but it's a negative, so it's a negative 1. Beautiful job, Jake. Okay, make sure you have this before I pause the video. Jake had beautiful work. I'm going to do the check. I rewrite the problem as it was before. Don't forget, Jake found out that the solution, we think anyway, is negative 1. So I substitute negative 1 in for x. Negative 3 times negative 2 minus 4 equals 18. This is several steps. Make sure you show every single step so you don't make careless mistakes. Negative 2 and negative 4, the signs are the same. I find the sum, keep the sign. Negative 6, this equals 18. A negative times a negative is a positive. 18 does equal 18. We rock.